Hi, I'm Michael Newrock from Trend Profiteer. I'm just about to take a Bitcoin trade. That's BTCUSD. There's been a couple of alerts, including the one that's just occurred. I haven't taken it yet. My alerts come up on the screen to say, would I like to take the trade, yes or no? So I'm going to click yes. Now, if it's fully automated on autonomous mode, you don't even have to do that, but I do like running it on semi-automatic mode, which means I get that final say. All right, it's given me a warning saying that the one of the take profits is beyond zero. That's okay. This is a short, my profits will be locked in as I hit my profit locking targets, and then followed with my trailing methodology that I have installed. So everything is set up. I'll pause now. See you soon. Okay, so target one for profit locking has just a smidgen away from happening, and I am contemplating whether to adjust my profit locking targets. That would mean that it would be immediately locked in, and the reason is because this trade actually went against me, and you can see this up move. I came close to getting knocked out on this one, but that's trading. Um, you need to be careful, and at the same time you need to take risks to generate that reward. So my stop is still there. I'm just wondering whether I should or not. But as you can see, we're really well in profit now. So the trade is looking good, and I think that the price will continue to move downward. That's what I am trading. I'm looking at Bitcoin going down as low as possible. That's just the name of the game, and that's just trading. So see you soon. Okay, so price has broken through profit lock target one. That's always fantastic. My both parts of my trade are now locked in. The stops have been moved, so I have guaranteed profits in place for this trade. The only question now is how low will it go? I can take my money now and close the trade, but it's a good idea, in my opinion, to see how long the trade will go, because sometimes it goes a lot further than you think it will. That's the whole idea, right? Especially with trend trading. I'm looking at big trades, and that's what crypto is great at. Right now, it's going down, so I'm all in. I'm looking for sell trades, short trades. Let's see how far this will go. Okay, so price is moving nicely. It's around 34,000. I got in at around 38,000, just above 38,000, and it has been a bit of a roller coaster ride, as you can see. We went up, down, up, down. So how far is this trade going to go? I'm a little nervous about it, which is a good thing in trading. You want to always be watching your back, right? So I'm gonna open my settings up and go to the profit locking section of the expert advisor, and this is where I can adjust my profit locks. So I'm going to make the second move a little bit smaller. So change that from 600,000 to 500,000, and I'll do that on both the main part of the trade and the split trade. And I'll also start the trailing a little bit sooner. So I'll change that from 900,000 to 700,000. I like to do both parts of the trade at the same point, but you don't have to. You can do it any way that is appropriate. And then you can see there my profit lock targets have moved, and the next target is really, really close. So let's hope it goes well. You can be as skilled as possible, but it's always good to have a bit of luck. Okay, I'm back. Okay, price is smidgen away from profit lock 2. That's when my stops will be moved again for both parts of my trade. It is so close now. Again, I'm tempted to modify my my profit lock targets, but I'm gonna keep it as is for now. This trade's been performing great. Overall direction is still down. 5 out of 6 indicators on the higher time frames are still pointing down. So I'm going to watch this carefully and let it ride. We'll see you soon. Okay, so profit lock target 2 has been hit. That means my stops have been moved again, and more profits have been locked in on this trade, which is always a great thing. Because at the end of the day, it's all about turning that equity into capital. You're always taking a little bite here, taking a chump there. So right now, I'm in a good place. The pressure is totally gone. Um, I'm looking at just managing and watching this trade and seeing how far it can go. I know a lot of people are really upset at the moment because Bitcoin is crashing according to the news, but I was in this trade before the news came out, and that's what it's all about, being able to get in. You can see my stops are locked in now, so even if it moves against me at this point, I'm okay with that. My profits are locked in. Always have the courage to lock in profits because I've seen everything in this game, or almost everything, and let me tell you, anything, almost anything can happen. So always a good idea to lock in profits as you go. My third target is still in play. Both my trades are still open, so let's go. Holy moly, target 3 for my profit locking has been hit at 31,484. That's just a fantastic trade. It started, I entered the trade at around 39,450, taking it down to 31,484, talking about almost 700,000 pips. It's a massive amount, and it's just a great trade to be able to enter it around the 38,000 mark and ride it all the way down to 31,000. People are crying, and Bitcoin's fallen 7,000, but I'm laughing because I've just made a heap of pips, and with pips, of course, comes the money, but only if you lock in your profits and convert that into capital into your account. So fantastic trade. Um, Profit lock target 3 has been hit. Both my trades are locked in for even more profit. So this is turning out to be a great trade. Okay, so price is sitting at around that 31,500. What I've done is I've moved my stops because the drop was so dramatic and so significant. I've decided to lock in even more profits. So my first stop is around 31.8, and my second stop is there at 33.9 or thereabouts. So that's great. I've got both those stops in place for both parts of my trade. Um, my trade management is going to take over from this point, and now I can just sit back and stop intervening / meddling with my trade. Normally, you don't need to do anything, but it does help to watch your trades and make intelligent decisions from time to time. And that's what I've done in this trade with moving my profit lock targets. Super happy. Fantastic trade. 3 targets already hit. Let's see how we go. Okay, so the trade is moving nicely. Price is around 29,000, but my stop is around 34,000. This is the second part of my trade. The first part I already took profits, but what I'd like to do is tighten the stop a little more. Now, by default, it works on the PSAR, the parabolic SAR. So I'm going to change it to move on the moving average. And normally the split runs on the 21 MA, and the first part of the trade goes on the 7 MA, but I'm going to change that split trade to the uh, 7 MA, just to make it a bit tighter, and change the split trail from the parabolic start to the moving average. I'll click OK. And there you go. So stop has been moved and will now continue to trail price using the 7MA as a trail. So just bringing it down. We got it in around 38,000 or just a little above. And currently the stop is at 32,000. Price is at 29,000. So at any time I can tap out now and take the profits from that trade. But I'm going to trail as long as I can, because some of these trades can go for a lot longer than expected. All right, I'm going to pause now and be back soon. Okay, another day and new candle has opened on the daily chart. My stop has now moved in accordance with the 7MA or the moving average, and you can see here that it went down as low as 25,000. I could have tapped out at that point, but I've decided to hold, which is typically what I do with most trades. And you can see here the stop is on 30,000 or 31,000. I got in at around 38 and a half. So that's a really, really nice profit. Whatever happens at this point, I've made money. So now I'm just wanting to see how much money I can make, how many pips are possible from this trade. It may retrace or it may continue to go down. That's what we're trading, and I'm hoping for the best. It's still on a downward trend, so let's wait and see. Okay, so I thought I'd come back. This is the same day, but I just wanted to show you the type of money that can be made. So you can see here my first trade was taken out at around 32,000. I've put it onto the chart so you can see the entry and the close of that particular trade. And let's have a look. We made about $4,000 on the first part of the trade. That was on a 0.4 lot, and currently the 0.6 lot is on 5,900 or just over 5,900 and trailing nicely. So all up, there's some great profits that I've made on this trade already. Let's see how we go. All right, so we've had a bit of a price retracement. Both my trades are now out. So I'll just show you how much was made on that trade and how you can make money too using the Trend Profiteer system. So you can see the first part of my trade was taken out at that point, and I'm just going to open up my trade history. Okay, so you can see the first part of my trade was what, $2,593.94 profit, and it's a little less than the 4,000 I mentioned in an earlier part of the video. And the second part of my trade was the 0.6 slots, and that closed at $4,525. So what are we looking at? About $7,000 between the two trades. It wasn't a massive trade, but it was certainly big enough to make some really good money. And that's using pretty reasonable lot sizes. Now, admittedly, you would need a decent capital to be able to handle these kind of lots. But even if you went in on like 0.1 of a lot in total, so you can split those up, and you'd make around 10% of this. So whether it's 8,000 or 800, it's still a damn good damn good return on work that wasn't really work. So as you can see, got in around 38,500. Price went down to around 25,000. there was a lot of news about this particular event. So you can see here that I closed at around that 32,000, and I've got both my trades uh, on the chart here so you can see them a little bit closer. This is the 4-hour chart, and this is what I will often do after a trade is finished is I normally trade on the daily, but that's not saying that you can't trade on the 4-hour or the 1-hour or even the 15-minute. But it's important to not rush back into the trade because sometimes those retracements take a little longer than or go a little further than you would expect. But certainly, I'm going to stalk this trade and see how we go. It is still in a downward trend, and I'm going to sell while price is going down and buy while price is going up. That's the whole idea. So that's it for this trade. Good trading, live well, and I'll see you soon.